This week on Our Football with Chris Ash, as we head into the bye week, we take a look back at a Big Ten nail-biter between the Scarlet Knights and Minnesota. We'll talk with the head coach about how he uses his championship experience and his relationship with former players to help mold his current team. Plus, we'll sit down with a Rutgers senior tight end who has a last name familiar to sports fans, Arcidiacono.
Our next coach has to be a great ambassador for our university, someone who can lead young men, someone who will get our fans hopeful and excited again about Rutgers football. Chris Ash is the right man to lead that effort.
I want to build a first-class program here. It's going to take an extreme amount of work. It's going to take a lot of the right people.
Great timing, Gio!
Going in the same direction. I want to build a fast, physical team that plays with relentless effort.
He's going to do it! What a run by Robert Martin for the score!
Tremendous enthusiasm.
Taken down! What incredible effort!
And plays for each other. A program that the university, the state of New Jersey, high school coaches, and high school players, they want to come here and be a part of it.
Goes over the top, and the toss is there for the touchdown catch.
Under pressure again, sacked for the second time.
Defensive line just pushing back the offensive line.
Big Ten Conference. It sounds great, but it's also challenging. How do you balance those two aspects?
Well, it's a great opportunity to be part of one of the best conferences in college football. And when you look specifically at the Big Ten East, in my opinion, it's the best division in college football. It's got an extreme amount of competitive environments, great venues, great coaches. It's very competitive in recruiting. And to be a part of that division with these coaches, it's special for me to be mentioned in that group. And this is my third Big Ten school. I know what to expect. I've been in every stadium. I've competed against every coach in this league. I know their strengths. I know how they build their programs. I know what to expect offensively, defensively, and special teams. Now we still have to go out. We got to play them. But knowing them and having that history here in this league, I do think it helps us.
They're going to roll to the wide side. Back of the end zone for Patton and a touchdown.
And now they're bringing heat on for third and down. He goes.
Middle is sacked again. Darius Hamilton, the captain, drops him back to the 15.
So, Chris, when you try to come up with an example to explain to a player, do you reach back and come up with something that you've experienced before?
Absolutely. I always draw on my experiences to help make a point to the players, whether it be about an individual player and his work ethic, his commitment, his practice habits. I use J.J. Watt a lot from when we were at Wisconsin. J.J. right now is regarded as probably the best player in the game of football, and he has certain habits. He has a commitment level. He made sacrifices unlike a lot of other people were willing to do. So I go back and I draw on guys like him and other guys that I've been around. Russell Wilson is another one. When Russell Wilson came in as a grad transfer at Wisconsin, and I saw him work, I saw his leadership, I saw him draw others to him, and the way he taught himself the offense in a short period of time before we started the season in August. It was remarkable, and I use him as an example a lot of times about how you can make yourself better without coaches around. Okay, this is a program that will play favorites for the dudes that go out and go extremely hard, make plays, and can be trusted. And guess what? We're going to put the players out there that give us a chance to win. Okay? Period. End of story. Who gives us the best chance to win? And there's a lot that goes into that. If you want to complain, you're just wasting time and wasting energy. Find out how to make yourself better and go have some competitive spirit and go earn the spot on the depth chart that you want.
Kids love the tangible examples. They want to know how to get to the next level. So when you tell somebody that you work with a guy who's in the NFL now, that's got to kind of resonate with them a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. If you stand up in front of a group of young men and tell them you're going to help them be the best that they can be, you're going to help them have an opportunity to go to the NFL, you're going to help them have a chance to win championships, but you've never done it, they might not look at you the same and they might not listen to you the same, but when you've done it, you've been there, you've done that, I think it does carry a little more weight with the players.
You need to be what? Trained to handle game day. And that's what we're going to do. Give me a break on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Go, go, go. All right, here we go, man. Bring it on out. Get a break. Get a break. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. You know who you are. You know why we came. Trust your training. Trust the man next to you. It's quite simple. Here we go. Rutgers. 10 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
A barn burner at Minnesota. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Beck. Welcome to Our Football with Chris Ash. Coach, what a football game. 66 points. Went right down to the wire the final 6 seconds. How do you come out of this game in terms of mentally, physically, and spiritually?
Well, obviously we don't go into any game looking for a moral victory. We wanted to win the game. We just didn't make the plays that we needed to win a competitive game like that. Minnesota's a very good football team. There was a good environment in the stadium on Saturday. You know, our players do have a lot of confidence that they can compete with the teams in this league. You know, unfortunately, you got to go through some losses like that to end up getting on top to be where we want to be. But there's still some plays that we have to make to win those type of games. We're just not there yet. But our spirits are high. Our confidence is still high. It's not shaken. And our players believe that we can go out and beat some football teams. We just got to figure out how to do it.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Juwan Harris had a terrific quote after the game. He said, "We're right on the cusp. That's why this one hurts so much." Do you appreciate what he's saying?
Well, yeah, because that means they're listening. We are really close to getting over that hump, getting over that wall, as we say it in the program. And there's just a few things each game that's keeping us from doing that. Maybe 3 to 4 plays a game that'll make the difference in the outcome. And that's no different when we played Illinois. We had the 5 turnovers. You know, you take half of those out of there, and we have a chance to win that football game. Same thing in Minnesota. There's just a handful of plays. If we execute a little bit better or eliminate some mistakes, then we're having a chance to win.
Roshinho to Harris. Harris to the end zone. And Rutgers again.
First start for Giovanni Roshinho. He threw 3 touchdowns. He did have a couple of picks, threw for over 200 yards. How do you evaluate his first start?
Well, I'll just start by the offense, period. You know, I think Saturday was probably the first glimpse for people to see what our offense really is going to look like as we move forward. You know, we had a lot of formations, we had motions, we had good passing game, we had a good running game, we had a quarterback that could extend plays with his feet, we had some quarterback run game. So we were able to be balanced, mix it up, and really throw a lot at the defense. And it started with the quarterback. You know, the quarterback's ability to do the things that we want him to do really made a difference in our offensive production. Gio made some mistakes, but for his first start and the limited reps that he's taken with the one offense throughout the whole season, very proud of him and excited about his future.
On 3rd and goal, Roshinho hit in the flat. Goodwin, touchdown Rutgers.
That was next level.
Justin Goodwin ran for almost 100 yards, had a career-high 6 grabs, and he came and he really did a tremendous job without Robert Martin available.
Yeah, Goody's been a tough guy and a hard-nosed runner all season. He gets those tough yards when you need him. He filled in there and was a starting tailback Saturday and had a good production in the run game and really was productive in the pass game, catching the ball out of the backfield too in some critical situations. So Goody's just Mr. Steady. I mean, he shows up every day to work and you know what you're going to get all the time with him.
Andre Patton had the beautiful 37-yard touchdown catch, and in the last couple of weeks, his focus has been a lot better, hasn't it?
Yeah, Andre's really come around. He's gotten out of the funk that he would admit that he was in early in the season.
And he makes the catch for a touchdown! One-on-one battle between Patton and Minnesota's top corner, Jalen Myrick, and Patton won the battle.
The last 2 games, that's the way we wanted Andre Patton to be playing from the start. Again, it didn't start off the way he wanted early in the season with injuries, and then we had some struggles offensively in the pass game, but the last 2 games, he's really done a nice job.
Let's talk about the defense. A couple of big 4th down stops. What'd you see from your unit in those situations?
Well, we talk about critical situations, and at some point you got to rise up and make some of those plays if you're going to win on the road.
Your offensive line outweighs Rutgers' D-line by an average of 45 pounds per man.
This is going to be very close. And Rutgers, by a nose, comes up with the stop.
That is a big-time stop for Rutgers.
We made some critical fourth down stops in that game. We did a good job in the pass game. You know, we're still giving up too many rush yards. We got to be more consistent in the run game. That's our run fits and it's our ability to tackle. We're not very good in those areas right now, but very proud of our defense and the fourth down stops that we got to get the ball back to our offense and keep us in that ball game.
So here we are again. Handoff is to Brooks. Stop to the backfield. Rutgers football near midfield. JPO Julian Penix Oderick with the stop.
How about Damon Hayes with the 55-yard pick for a touchdown? Great performance by the true freshman.
Yeah, really excited about Damon's future. There's another guy who just shows up and grinds every single day, doesn't say a whole lot, just goes out and does his work.
Picked off by Hayes. Down the sideline, Damon Hayes, a pick six, and Rutgers is a PAT away from tying the game.
We've been playing Damon more and more and more. He played quite a bit on Saturday. He came up with a huge interception, took it back to the house, just changed the momentum of the game for us.
Darius Hamilton took some blame for the loss, saying that it was the defense that didn't bail out the offense. I think he's being too critical of himself. You guys, after allowing a lot of points early on, did a much better job defensively in this football game.
We played very good football in spurts, but we can't dig ourselves a hole the way we did. And then at the end of the game, we got to rise up and get a stop. But, you know, so I appreciate Darius and his passion for his play and the defense's play.
It's pride, it's ownership.
It's pride and it's ownership. I get that, but we got to play complementary football. You know, there's plays on offense, plays on defense, there's plays on special teams that we could have prevented that would have won that football game for us. It's no different than the Illinois game, the Iowa game. You know, in all three of those games that we were in until the end, you know, we just three phases of the football team just didn't play clean enough football.
Finally, a week off for the Scarlet Knights. We'll talk about the bye week later in the program with the head coach. More Our Football coming at you.
No crossing over. Hey, eye discipline, right? Ross, eyes down low, right? Number 2, best read in the house, man. Once they motion, you should start to come up a little bit, okay? There's nothing ever gonna keep you out there. Good, keep your depth, Saquon. Keep your depth. Hey, what are you doing to the polar right there? Perfect. Hustle, guys, hustle. Run out of time, hustle. Brett, tell them field 1 every time we go to that. Here we go, specialist, let's go. Specialist, get moving, let's go. Hold it in there. Reload it, let's go. Flex it up, guys, flex it up. Load it up. Load it up. Load it up. Gotta rotate, gotta rotate. There you go. It ain't gonna be easy to play defense here, man. Standards are really high. You got that? Tackle, that's it. Good.
Against Illinois, Nick Arcidiacono caught his first touchdown pass at Rutgers, and he joins us on Our Football with Chris Ash. What did it mean to hit pay dirt?
You know, obviously it felt awesome to just get my first one on. I was really able to enjoy it in the moment, but after we lost and I wasn't able to enjoy it as much, but it definitely felt good to get it, my first one.
Riccinho goes over the top, and the toss is there for the touchdown catch by Nick Arcidiacono.
Talk a little bit about the play. It looked like a little flip pass.
Yeah, it's a design play. You know, we've been working on it for a while now, and kind of make it look like run, and then I slip out the back, and then Gio made a great play. Was able to jump up and get it back there to me. So it's a design play. It worked out perfectly.
Coach has said that you've had a solid season. Do you feel good about your contributions?
Yeah, I definitely feel good about it. You know, I've just been trying to go out there and just work hard and do everything I can to, you know, put our team in the best position possible. And I've been trying to do that through practice, and obviously I've been able to, you know, get things done during the game as well.
What's it like playing with Gio?
He's great. I mean, he's a great kid, great leader. He brings a lot of energy, and obviously, you know, he has a lot of ability with his legs, which you know, brings a whole different, you know, dynamic to the offense. So like playing with Gio's a great leader.
How much pride do you take in your blocking as well? We talk a lot about your receptions, but the fact that the running game had a really solid game last week with Robert Martin getting almost 100 yards again, what do you say in terms of, hey, how much you can contribute in that regard?
I take a lot of pride. I mean, I think it's important to be able to do both, and you know, I try to take pride in everything I do. You know, not just what I see, you know, what you see in the stats and all, and important that I get my job done on all the running plays and execute all my blocking assignments. That's very important to me. So it feels good, you know, to see how much we move the ball, and you know, obviously, you know, the tight ends, we contribute to that, and we take that very seriously. It's very important to us.
This is your senior year. Have you enjoyed the Rutgers experience on and off the football field?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm so glad that, you know, I came here. It's really been an incredible experience since the day I stepped on campus, and it's really been awesome since Coach Ash has taken over, and just love the staff and all, and you know, I think they're going to take Rutgers to a new place.
Have a great season, my friend.
Thank you.
More coming up on Our Football in a moment.
Together, we will make history. Join us today in writing the next chapter in Rutgers athletics. It's time for every member of Rutgers Nation to step up and pledge to this campaign to raise $100 million. Our coaches are in. Our administrators are in. Now we need you. Are you in?
Oh my goodness! Wow. What a win for Rutgers!
And the Scarlet Knights have done it again!
Hey, it's all about us, right? It's all about us now, baby. Let's go do it.
8 games in 8 weeks, and finally, a chance to breathe, Chris Ash. Is it good to have an off week, the bye week, and try to get some things accomplished, and also just to rest and recover?
Absolutely. We've needed one for a while. We're a really banged up football team right now. We've really gone 12 weeks without a day off. The players haven't had a day off from either football or class in 12 weeks when you look at the 8-game stretch and then the training camp. So, you know, we needed this break. We need to get healthy. We need to get rested. We need to get our minds and bodies right for a tough 4-game stretch here to end the season. But we're going to continue to practice. We're going to continue to develop some of the younger players. We'll get a jump start on our next opponent, which is Indiana. But right now it's more about just rest and recovery and getting healthy.
Is this a chance for the players and the coaching staff to evaluate a little bit?
Yeah, self-evaluation is always, it's happening all the time, but you spend a lot more time doing it in the bye week. And we're going to go back through, we'll go back and evaluate, you know, some of the big plays that were made, some of the big plays that we gave up throughout the season, and find out any common themes and breakdowns, and sit down and watch them with the players so we can try to get things corrected as we move forward.
You talked a lot about enjoying or appreciating the team's spirit and heart. Yeah. Is that something that you're really proud of when you think of this ball club?
Oh, absolutely. We've gone through a tough stretch. There's no secret about that. And when teams go through a tough stretch, it's going to test your commitment level, your ability to make sacrifices, to stay together. This team has done all of those things. You don't go out and play a good Minnesota football team on the road and have a chance to win the way we did if you're not committed, you're not willing to make sacrifices, you don't enjoy being around the people that you're around. And we have those things in our locker room.
Good character was another thing that you talked about at the end of the last ball game in Minnesota. Yeah. Do you feel that you've got those character people in the locker room that can make things happen?
Oh, absolutely. And the reason I say that is, again, our players continue to fight. They continue to play hard. They continue to come and prepare the same way every week, regardless of what's happened the week before. You don't do that without good charactered kids.
Do you think about recruiting during a period where you have a little bit of a break?
Yeah, bye week is huge for recruiting. Our staff was out on the road recruiting for a few days.
Do you ever stop thinking about recruiting?
No, you can't. It's nonstop, and I know a lot of coaches think they can just out-coach other people, and you can't. You got to have good players. You got to have players that you can develop. You got to have players that fit your systems, and we're constantly talking about recruiting. It's an everyday deal here. And in the bye week, we got coaches going out to evaluate some of the guys that are committed and looking for the class of 2018. So it's just a never-ending process, but that's huge in a bye week.
You still have 4 games to go. That's a third of the season. A lot can happen. It can be used as a springboard for next year. Are you looking at this as a mini season?
No, I mean, we talked about the second half of the season, the 6-game stretch that we're on. That was really the break in the year, and we looked at it as 2 different seasons. This is a continuation of that 6-game season that we started 2 weeks ago, but it's just another opportunity for us to continue to get better. Again, I've said over and over that I want our football team to be playing its best football at the end of the season, and make sure we've identified or established an identity on offense, defense, and special teams. And if we can do those things, then I'll feel good about where we're at as we move forward.
Are you going to encourage guys during this week off to get away from football and perhaps do something personally and just enjoy their lives a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, they enjoy football, but I want them out of the building. That's coaches and players for a little bit. You know, again, coaches are going to be on the road recruiting a lot, but, you know, we're going to give a couple days off for everybody to get out of here, get their minds right, and come back healthy and fresh and motivated to go back to work.
Coach, enjoy the break and good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I got this. Let's go!
That's it for this edition of Our Football with Chris Ash. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Rutgers fans, don't miss your chance to join in and help build a Big Ten game day experience. Go to ScarletKnights.com for tickets to these upcoming home games.